Hello and welcome to an episode of Drinking the Kool-Aid. This is a comedy podcast dedicated to the mysterious. My name is Cassidy.
That makes me Amanda.
And hello, welcome
Hello.
back. While we still have the internet, we're making episodes.
What do you mean while we still have the internet?
You know, before the government just takes it away from us or whatever they're going to do.
Yeah, that's true.
We laugh so we don't cry.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You guys get it.
That's what Happy Dad is all about. I wish this was an ad. That would be such a funny ad.
That would be.
The government's trying to take your joy, but thanks to Happy Dad, I'm drowning all of that out and blacking out and yelling at my kids.
Damn. Happy Dad, sponsor us.
Because everybody loves a happy dad. See?
Wow.
I would kill that.
You just gave them the best endorsement and they don't even sponsor us.
This is my first time having them, really. I think I've had like one or two at like random parties.
Yeah. So I saw these Happy Dad seltzers in my corner store. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I want to try these. Last night I tried them and I had the grape one. Very good.
Yeah, I want to try the grape one.
Grape one is very good.
I love grape flavored things.
Same. Which is like not a very common thing. Like a lot of people don't like grape.
I feel like grape's making a comeback.
I'm a big grape fan.
I love grape. Yeah.
I love that artificial grape flavor.
I love a transfusion. I love grape soda just like on its own. I love
grape soda.
Yeah, I love them all.
Yeah, same. But yeah, these Happy Dad seltzers, they're really good. They have no sugar.
Would recommend.
Yeah.
It's giving the stamp of approval over here.
They also have one that's called Happy Dad, and then the dad is crossed off and it says mom underneath.
What's the difference?
I have no idea.
Oh,
I think they just wanted
misogyny.
Yeah, they just wanted to be there for the moms too. I don't know.
just our capitalist need to gender everything.
Yeah, because it's literally the same thing.
Yeah.
There's no difference.
Well, then I take it back. I'm just kidding.
Never mind. We hate you.
As a drink more.
Well, I did get a 12-pack, so we do have to drink it.
Well, because we're going out tonight. Going out tonight.
Let's go out tonight.
Yes. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the total. That's it.
We're going to a Wicked drag show.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wearing my Fiero t-shirt.
Yes.
Because obviously.
Hello.
Why would I not? I'm very excited. I love drag shows.
She does.
And I love Wicked. So really, what more can I ask for?
She does. I am putting in goodwill points for when I want to do something weird and nerdy and have to make her go to it.
You are going to have fun.
I'm going to have fun. Of course, I'm going to be with my friends.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, this is how I get to be like, you have to come to this weird Lord of the Rings thing. Speaking of Lord of the Rings, I'm trying to get into, I was talking about last week how I need to get more into hobbies and stuff.
Yes.
So I did it. I buckled down this week. I bought a embroidery kit and I bought a crocheting kit.
Okay.
And the crocheting is to make like crochet like little dudes. And I'm going to try and get good at it. And then I want to buy, because it's more expensive. It's like $150 or whatever. They have a whole Lord of the Rings set where you can crochet all the little Lord of the Rings guys. But I don't want to start with that because like, what if I fuck it up?
Right.
So I'm starting with a little.
Because you can't mess up
Frodo and Gollum.
Oh my God. I think Gollum's my favorite character.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Gollum apologist over here.
I've been watching it recently and every time that little fucker's on the screen, I'm like, I just love him.
Andy Serkis, man.
I love him so much.
Yeah. Andy Serkis actually has a version of the audiobooks where he narrates them and he's so good.
That man is when I found out that the fucking boss from 13 going on 30, which is Andy Serkis,
yes,
played all of these other fucking characters, I was astonished.
He's in your favorite movie too, I think. He plays some of the apes.
He does.
Yeah,
no, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's amazing.
He's the GOAT.
He's incredible. Like, I love him. Like, that's crazy. And then he's just like the sassy little boss in 13 going on 30.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Crazy.
I love him so much.
Range. We call that range.
Wow, he's incredible.
But yeah, I my first one is, it's all these little like succulent plants that I'm gonna try and crochet together.
I
The problem is I bought a bunch of stuff where I need dexterity and I don't have use of one of my fingers right now.
Oh yeah, if you guys didn't listen to Things Are Getting Weird this
Which
week,
if you didn't, go listen to it. What are you talking about?
yeah, go listen to it.
We did Am I the Asshole stories from Reddit.
But Cassidy did chop off some of her finger and she tells the lore, so you should go listen to that.
I'm one chunk down. Okay? I'll give you that.
It's just a chunk. It's just a little chunk.
I posted on Instagram on my private stories and then I immediately deleted it anyway because I was like, this is stupid. I posted in like quotes, I was like, she's too much. And I posted, well, I'm a little less now.
Just a very little less.
I'm just a little less now, at least. I'm not going for me.
Did you also post the picture of your chunk missing?
No, I didn't put. I felt like that would get me banned. It's too gory.
Even if it's on close friends?
Yeah, AI is looking at all your shit. Doesn't matter.
That's true. AI is on our close friends without us even knowing.
Yeah, they're in your phone. They're in your
yeah.
computer.
No, I'm aware.
Yeah,
I know.
But yeah, so I have to wait for my finger to heal a little bit better before I can get into my crocheting. But yeah,
during I was gonna say COVID and quarantine, but I was gonna like combine them.
during quarantine,
Quarantine.
princess.
It's like gruel. During quarantine, I myself bought a kit very similar to that, where it was like crocheting little plants.
Yeah, it's probably the same one. It was on, I
And
just got it online. It was like one of the cheaper ones because I was like, I need to start with the easy shit.
guess what I never did?
Yeah,
Never
crocheted
even opened the fucking box.
I should have just gotten it from you then.
I don't know where it is, man. It's somewhere. I kept it for sure. I just don't know where it is.
I'm pretty good at following through when I like get stuff. So I think I will do it. I've done a lot of embroidery stuff. Remember, like I embroidered a bunch of those. My fiance is a really talented artist and he does like tattoo style drawings.
Mm.
And I would go through, he would do them on these little canvases and I would embroider them.
Oh yeah, those were cute.
Yeah, that was
I
really
like
fun.
that, yeah.
I'm just trying to get more into stuff like that. Like I
You
said, 'cause
also
I'm trying to use my phone less.
you were really into painting for a minute, and you painted all those really cute flowers.
Yeah, and then I got engaged or started living with a man who is like the most talented artist in the world.
Yeah, but you can still have your craft.
No, I know, but I'm just saying like it's not as much fun to be like, "Ha, I'm this shitty painter," when he's like, "Oh, I'll paint with you."
Which is actually really annoying because he is really talented artist, yet he refuses to help us with any merch. So
He doesn't refuse to. He gets too nervous.
I know, but when you're
He
that
started
talented,
drawing a really cool design for us, and then he was like, "I can't do this. It's too much. Like it was too much pressure for him." He was like too afraid it was going to be bad.
meanwhile, I saw like a super, super rough early draft of like just a thing he was drawing. And I was like, this is so sick.
Yeah, no, he's so talented.
I know.
It's so annoying. He's so talented, but he's like one of those people that's like, "Oh, it's fine." Like he's like, "I barely play music," and then he like picks up a guitar and he's like, and I'm like, "Bro, I literally took guitar lessons and was in bands, and you're better than me."
And now, come to find out, he loves to do karaoke, which is
He loves to do karaoke.
can he sing?
He can hold a tune.
Yeah, see? Maybe
He's not like bad.
maybe he can just do it all. Fuck you, Andrew.
God almighty. What an
You know
what
what?
an
I'm actually
asshole.
done with him, I think.
Actually, don't invite him to the wedding anymore.
Actually, marry me instead.
Let's just make this
like,
you
I
and me.
don't know.
Let's just make this a girls trip.
Yeah, I think so. People have been sending in the DMs a lot. This has a point, I promise. The Buzzball engagement ring, I'm sure you've seen it.
I have not.
Oh my gosh, you haven't?
No.
Okay, Buzzball has created a $35,000 engagement ring,
Okay.
and it is in the shape of a buzzball.
Okay.
So everyone's been sending it to the Drinking the Kool-Aid Instagram and the DMs, obviously.
Makes sense. Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, me and Cassidy need this. And they were like, yeah, tell Cassidy to have her fiance like put it on her finger. I said, no. For when we get married. What the fuck you think you think that Andrew and Cassidy get to experience this? No. This is a me and Cassidy thing.
They don't deserve it.
No. And they're like, no, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know. Thank
You're like
you.
sold to the highest bidder.
Yeah. This is for when me and Cassidy form a union.
No, it's so funny. So when Andrew and I first started dating, I remember one time he came over and he drew like this crazy, we were just like drinking wine and hanging out. We'd like just become boyfriend and girlfriend. And I think it was like one of the first times he was like staying over for the weekend, right? Like, not,
Scandalous.
yeah, like he was like, instead of just like a date night or sleeping over, like he was
He
like,
packed a backpack.
yeah, like he like brought like clothes, and stayed over
Wow.
for the weekend. So it was like a
Yeah.
big deal. And I remember he drew like this amazing piece of art that we still have hanging in our house today. And I tweeted out, I think I might have the most talented man in Los Angeles in my apartment right now. Should I marry him? Question mark. And when we got engaged, I posted a picture of the ring and said, I'm doing it.
And that is so good that you are a Twitter head and always have been, and
Yeah.
like chronically online, that you are able to do that.
Yeah, isn't that sweet?
That is sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I should actually print that out and use that somehow in my speech.
Just start passing it out like a flyer.
Otherwise, I really don't know what else to do.
You can just talk about how I'm basically marrying you.
I have already told Kate, because me and Kate are co-maid of honor. I'm matron of honor, which you guys know how I feel about that.
You guys know how she feels
Title,
about
I don't
the term matron.
I don't love it. But we are so we're doing a speech together. And Kate is much smarter than me, and much better at just like things. So I was like, honestly, you should just probably take care of whatever we say there, because I'm not good at that.
Yeah, look at this. Okay, I said I might have the most talented person in the country in my house right now, and I think I'm going to marry them. To be continued. And then I posted on
May.
And then I posted on January 31st, 2025, and said, "Wait, I did it, y'all," with a picture of our ring.
You tweeted that in May.
Yeah.
Because that was like literally when you guys first went out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I do remember after your first date, you saying to me, I think I'm going to marry him.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa.
Yeah. We didn't even kiss or anything.
I was like, big words coming from a girl who said, I don't think I'm ever going to get married.
The way I just looked up marry in my Twitter, the first tweet that comes up is, imagine somebody wanting to marry you, ? LOL, what the fuck?
And that's what you used to always say to me. You were like, I can't even picture someone getting down on a knee and wanting to marry me. And I was like, girl, it'll happen. Come on. And you're like, no, it literally won't.
Yeah.
And then it did.
Yeah. Wow. Dang.
Everything changes.
The only other time I said marry is, and now he has to marry his mother-in-law.
What?
From I Think You Should Leave. Oh. He admitted it. He loves his mother-in-law.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
wow. I'm a real one for that. No, I always joke that Andrew Stockholmed me.
Well, he did with horror movies. Is that what you're referring to?
No. He did honeypot me.
Oh, honeypot. Sorry.
No, he Stockholmed me.
Honeypot, Stockholm. I don't know.
Listen, he was pulling out all the stops.
He was.
This was a man with a plan. Okay. Yeah. The other day I was like, it's so weird. Like, we're getting married so soon. I never thought I would get married. I never even really thought that much about marriage. And he goes, yeah, I never wanted to be married. Like, I dated other people and whatever. I never wanted to be married. I never thought about buying a ring and all this shit. And I was like, that's probably a good sign.
Yeah, I would say so.
But no, when we first started dating, like before we even became boyfriend and girlfriend, he got me really sick.
I'm sorry. He got you really sick?
Yeah, like we went on a date and he had a cold or was recovering from a cold.
I thought he poisoned you.
No,
okay.
maybe. I mean, maybe he did. But I got like a really bad cold from him where it was like I was like delirious for like 4 days. And he came over and like took care of me, like was feeding me ice cream and like making me soup and ordering Thai food and stuff,
Wow.
and like literally just for like 4 days stayed at my apartment and like took care of me, like only left to go to work and came back and would take care of me. And I was like, wow, yeah, you just Stockholmed me. Like it's like Phantom Thread all over again.
I mean, sometimes it just got to be like that.
Listen, I'm really stubborn and I'm also insane. So like, I feel like Phantom threading me would work. Actually,
I'm starting to think that Andrew is a lot smarter than I give him credit for.
He's very smart.
Like, remember when
he can do math and stuff?
Oh, well, that's just too much for
You're
me.
like, that's gross.
That actually,
don't tell me that.
Actually, now I definitely don't want to invite him to the wedding. That's fucking disgusting.
He's not invited to his wedding.
But remember when he like magically there was like a hole in the roof of his apartment and there was like rain coming through it, and then like, oh, he had to move in with you because there's like a hole in his roof. Like, I think he did that on purpose.
You know what? If he did, this is how sick and twisted I am as an individual. If I found out that he did,
I'd be like, that's so cute.
That is the most romantic thing. I'd be like, you poisoned me just to nurse me back to health. And then you
And then you
and
somehow
then you made a
created
hole in your apartment building and you made your management be mean to you about it.
Wow.
I'm in
Yeah.
love.
No, actually, if you found that out,
Yeah, because the Taurus in me would go, that's the type of effort that I need to be put into. And then the Aries in me would go, and it's crazy as hell and I love it.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
yeah, and honestly, it would be romantic. So I do understand that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
romantic.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've all seen Phantom Thread. If you haven't, go watch Phantom Thread.
I've never seen it.
Oh, you should watch it. Then you'll understand.
Then I would understand. See? I'm missing the whole key element here. Well,
Cheers. I'm getting married.
cheers. We are getting married,
We're getting married.
and I'm very excited to go to Vegas.
Me too.
I'm very excited.
I kind of had this moment because like stuff was going wrong or like not the way I wanted or whatever. And then I just realized, oh, I can just not care.
You could.
And then I decided I just don't care
'Cause
because I
here's the
know I'm
thing.
going to have fun regardless.
Here's the thing.
Everything could go wrong and I know I'd still have fun.
Once you book all the things, it's out of your control. Kind of. Like you just go, okay, like hope you show up. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I
no.
mean? Like it's out of your control. And turns out most of the time, everything is going to work out just fine.
No, I told my friend last night, who is one of my bridesmaids, I was like, yeah, even if only just my bridesmaids showed up and the people who have RSVP'd, and which is like half of the people or whatever have RSVP'd, right? They have until March or whatever. And I was like, yeah, it would still be a fun wedding.
I'll be there.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm going to Vegas. Even if only me and Andrew showed up, it would still be fun because it's Vegas.
Well,
and we
it'll
like
be
to have fun.
you and Andrew and me and Sam for sure, because we already booked our hotel. So we'll be there.
I booked my hotel too.
We will be there and we will have the best time ever. And I'm
Yeah.
very excited.
No, it's going to be fun. I know. I'm really excited. I'm excited to see what everybody wears. I'm excited to take
That is
pictures with
the
everyone.
thing that I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to wear. I got to figure that out.
Nobody does. Only one of my bridesmaids has a dress.
Well, I've gotten a lot of DMs from people that have listened to the show and re-listened to the show a few times. And they're like, don't forget, Amanda, you said on episode whatever that you're going to wear a cheetah dress and hot pink pumps. I did forget about the hot pink pumps.
But she did say that.
But I did say that. So I might wear it to the rehearsal dinner, guys. We will see how that goes.
Anything could happen.
Anything can happen.
It's Vegas, baby.
But the cheetah dress will make an appearance.
At least once.
At least once.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, me too. I know. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail this with just wedding talk.
Honestly, I love talking about weddings. I love weddings. I know that's like kind of a controversial thing. Some people don't like weddings. Some people do like
I
weddings.
love weddings. Who
I love
doesn't like
weddings.
weddings?
It's Vegas, baby.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Live your best life.
Yeah, I'm excited. Okay.
What?
Well, somebody requested recently that I share at least a few Cassidy Twitter drafts.
Oh my gosh. I feel like we've only ever done these on the Patreon.
I know. So this is a little treat for you guys.
Are you going to do this on the main?
I'm going main. I'm going crazy.
Oh boy.
While I still have my First Amendment rights, I'm going to share my Twitter drafts. This is something we usually only do on our Shot of Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
So if you are not a patron, this is a treat for you. And if you are wondering why you should become a patron, this is why.
Cassidy goes through her not her Patreon. Cassidy goes through her Twitter drafts like once every couple months, which is something always insane and hectic, that she tweets at 2-3 a.m. most of the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes in the middle of the day.
Oh, yeah.
You really just never know.
It really does. Like my internal clock, my circadian rhythm doesn't exist. You know what I mean?
All right, lay it on me, baby.
So I just thought I'd throw them out here. Okay, so my most recent one is me getting convicted of murder by a, quote, jury of my peers, but it's a bunch of 4 out of 10 men and women in loveless marriages. Your Honor, I request a mistrial. These are not my peers. Those are not people that I respect. There's also other things that I could probably add to that, but yeah.
It was a draft, okay?
It was a draft.
You can workshop it.
I'm workshopping it.
What was that one tweet that you told me and I said, post it right now. Post it right now.
I don't so many. There's so many that Amanda will hear and she'll go, you have to post that.
I'm like, why is that sitting in the draft?
And I go, okay. I don't know what to tell you. I have this one. I don't even know why I did this one. Friendship isn't a competition. Okay, ... maybe for you.
Okay, now I'm scared. What do you mean?
Like, I don't know why. I don't know what was going on. Sometimes I'll be like, I know why I post or why
See, I feel
I
like
typed that out.
90% of the time you don't remember why you said it.
Yeah. Yeah, like, what is this? Rich people who shoplift are crazy to me. Like, damn girl, just go do drugs or something. Probably some celebrity who got caught shoplifting.
That is a crazy concept. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like a rich celebrity, like, why are you stealing shit?
Shoplifting.
Like,
and I get that it's a rush, but like, girl, so is cocaine. I don't know
well,
what
that's
to tell you.
exactly. And you could just spend your money on that. But if they're shoplifting, maybe they don't have money. Who knows? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. And like, I get like when you're mentally ill, it's like, you're doing a whole thing.
Yeah. And you just never know what's gonna happen.
I have a draft it's like a retweet of something, and I'm quote tweeting it. And the quote tweet is breaking: Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Sam Altman among billionaires investing in a freedom city to be built on Greenland. And for some reason, I just put this. I was gonna react with this picture of Ned from the Try Guys.
Oh no.
When his wife was telling him that he was a loser on the or his ex-wife on the podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I was about that day, apparently. Yeah, so guys, there's a lot of stuff going on here. I can't share the real good ones.
Come on, share them.
This isn't controversial. This is just honest. Sorry, bro. I'm living with the Hereditary soundtrack playing in my head right now. Really, I'm really sorry, but I can't do small talk right now. Sorry, I'm really sorry. Oh, this one's good too. One time I got paid to write a kid's paper. I usually promised at least a B, and he got a D-, but he passed. We are losing a lot of history with AI.
Oh no. Bro, I'd be so fucking pissed if you were like, I promise I'll get a B+ and then I got a D-. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I was fighting for my life to keep that $25.
Wow, that's fucking crazy work.
Okay, so I need, God, I'm having like a vision, like a psychic vision.
Are you?
I'm having a psychic vision, and I just need, there's names. There's names coming to me.
All of a sudden, Cassidy's psychic, you guys. I don't know how this happened. I don't know where
I'm having a vision.
Okay.
Do you want to trust it or not? You told me that you would get off the plane,
If you told me to get off the fucking plane, I would get off the plane,
Okay, well,
Cassidy.
right now I'm about to tell some people to pull over their car immediately.
Tell them to pull over.
Okay, well, if you, oh my gosh, if your names are Aaron and Michaela, and you met at a smoothie shop, like in Austin.
Ooh.
I think you need to pull over your car right now.
This is weirdly specific.
Yeah. I just think that it's a good idea. I think, you know what? I'm having a vision. That's So Raven meets Final Destination style. You need to pull over your car right now. You need to get out of the car.
Oh, they're going to get out of the car and everything.
Oh, I wonder. Are they going to?
Who knows? Who really knows what's going to happen?
All I know is that they got to pull over.
Does that mean we should go to a commercial break?
I think so. All right. So before we get started with our episode, I would like to welcome some people to our Patreon.
Yes, let's do that.
Let's do that. All right. So welcome to Erin H.
Hi, Erin.
Welcome to Heather O.
Hello, Heather.
And welcome to Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
Thank you guys so much for joining our Patreon. Hopefully you're enjoying all of that great bonus content that we've got going on. I would also like to thank some people who bought us some beers.
Oh, yes. I do think we have a birthday beer.
I believe we do.
Yes.
So Sam F bought us some beers and said, hey guys, just wanted to spread some cheer by buying you some beers. My 28th birthday is the 30th. Oh, so yesterday.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
And my fiance and I will be spending the whole day at Retro Arcade with over 400 pinball machines.
That's pretty fun.
To bring back an old tradition, I will be having an ice cream cake where I will be sure to be stealing all of the chocolate crunchies in the middle layer from my fiance.
That's the best part.
I'd like to thank you guys for keeping me sane while I take over the coagulation department at work.
Don't know what that is.
Didn't know that was a thing. I know what coagulation is, and now I'm scared of you.
Coagulation.
I will get the title of the lead medical laboratory scientist once the transition is over. Love you, ladies. Okay, smarty pants.
I was going to say, so you're smart. So that's why I don't know what coagulation
also,
means.
I don't know. It's like blood like coagulates. That's when it like forms a, yeah. when it stops. That's like why like
Yeah.
you keep bleeding if you take aspirin because it's an anticoagulant.
Ah, yes. Okay, I understand that.
Yeah. I love pinball. I don't know if you know this. Happy birthday, Sam,
Happy
by the
birthday,
way.
Sam.
I'm a huge pinball fan. I'm in my local pinball league. I'm all up in it.
What?
I'm a pinball fanatic. You know
You're
this.
in a pinball league? Did not know that
Yeah,
about
that's why I
you.
go and play pinball like at least once a month over at that place that they're part of it.
No, I knew you did that, but I didn't know you were in a league. Okay.
It's like online ranking.
She's
I'm
in
not
a
like
league of their own.
and then also happy birthday to Darby, who bought us some beers and said, "Hi ladies, sending you guys some beers for my 34th birthday, which was January 27th. I had a very interesting day. After a relaxing massage, my massage therapist told me I could use this couple's suite to use the toilet since no one was in there, or she thought so. I opened the door to see a couple butt ass naked banging on the bathroom floor. Wasn't me.
I was God, took it right out of my mouth.
The massage therapist then came back to apologize to me since she heard me say, "Oh, sorry," and closed the door. She said she forgot they were conducting interviews in there. Interviews?
Butt naked?
So she just thought I had opened the door on an interview. I was too horrified to tell her otherwise, but some interview that was. I bet she got the job.
I was gonna say, what kind of interview are we doing here?
Anyway, enjoy the beers. I know I'll be having a drink too when gonna get the picture of that hairy white ass out of my head.
Wow. What a day, Darby.
Seriously. And then Anthony bought us some beers and just said, "Awesome podcast, hilarious, keeps me busy on my 12-hour shift." Thank you, Anthony,
Wow.
aka Bearded
I
Cupcake.
like that. Straight into the
Straight
point.
and to the point. You didn't even have to see anybody's hairy
Derriere.
ass. Derriere, yeah. We did have a message from Darby
Oh, we did, yes.
for their birthday because they are one of our cool kids. So Darby wanted us to share a little message from their thoughts on what's going on in the world. And they said, "Could you give me a birthday shout out? It's tomorrow, January 27th. And I also wanted to give a message to everyone. I know things are chaotic and scary in the United States right now, but it's important to stay strong and do what you can to help. Call into your state senators and demand change. Protest. Change happens in numbers. We've seen this work throughout history, so do your part as a citizen. After doing everything you possibly can, try not to let it consume you. Instead, focus on the good that you can do in your local community. Help those who may be targeted by bringing them food when they are afraid to leave their homes, or let them crash on your couch so they can't be found by ICE. Donate to reputable charities, volunteer your time, anything you can do. Just be a beacon of love and hope for others." My favorite quote from Confucius says, "It is better to light a candle than to curse the darkness. Stay strong, do everything you can, pray, manifest, and leave the rest up to the universe or whatever you believe in."
Thank you, Darby.
That was very well said,
It
Darby. Thank you
is.
so much and happy birthday. You seem very wise for
Yes.
27 years.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we couldn't agree more,
Yeah.
frankly.
Well, on that note, should we get started?
Let's get started.
Let's do it. All right. So today I'm going to be talking about the big gray man of Scotland.
Okay.
Yes. So my sources were a BBC News article by Stephen Mackenzie, scottclans.com, thedruidscauldron.org, and Wikipedia.
Let's go. I want to hear about this big gray man.
Okay, so I'm kind of going to tell this in like a story format.
Okay. Well, it is a story.
I know, but I just mean instead of being like, so the big gray man is allegedly da, 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 I'm gonna like I'm weaving a tale.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me get comfortable here.
Yeah, get nice and comfy. So the year is 1925. Dr. J. Norman Cawley, who is a well-respected scientist, researcher, and mountaineer in the United Kingdom, was invited to speak at a conference about mountaineering and backpacking.
Your favorite things.
Yes. So at this conference, he is giving like a speech and he's talking, whatever, and he decides to recount a tale that is now over 30 years old, but it's an experience that he had while hiking alone near the summit of Ben Macdhu in Scotland in 1891. He told the very captivated crowd, quote, "I was returning from the cairn on the summit in a mist when I began to think I heard something else than merely the noise of my own footsteps. Every few steps I took, I heard a crunch, and then another crunch, as if somebody was walking after me, but taking steps 3 or 4 times the length of my own. I said to myself, this is all nonsense. I listened and heard it again, but could see nothing in the mist. As I walked on, the eerie crunch, crunch sound behind me, I was suddenly seized with terror and took to my heels, staggering blindly among the boulders for 4 or 5 miles, nearly down to the Rothmurkus forest. Whatever you make of it, I do not know, but there is something very queer about the top of Ben Macdou, and I will never go back there again.
Very queer.
Yes. So, expecting his experience to be met with laughter, disbelief, he kept that encounter to himself all of this time, over 30 years. But now, as a well respected man in the field, he felt more comfortable sharing it, deciding that he did not care if people looked at him a little sideways or thought that he was a little bit silly. But what he wasn't expecting was for dozens and dozens of other hikers and campers to come forward with similar and even more frightening stories of their own experiences on the second tallest mountain of the British Isles.
Mm. I mean, once again, this is why I will never go camping out in the wilderness or on top of a mountain. You just don't know what is going to be there.
As the stories and encounters pile up, this creature was dubbed, and I'm going to try and say this in the traditional language, and then I'm never going to say it again because I know I'm going to say it wrong. Am Fer Li Amor, or the Big Gray Man.
Okay. Yeah, we can stick with the Big Gray Man.
Yeah. I just know my inflection isn't right because it's like in Gaelic, and I don't speak Gaelic, and Gaelic is one of the harder languages. Love that people are learning it. Think it's really fucking cool, but it is hard to pronounce things. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you a few reported encounters with this big gray guy.
Okay.
One hiker in the early 1900s reported camping near the summit of Ben Macdou in the middle of the summer. He set up camp and noted in his journal that he felt quite queer and on edge, almost like the feeling of something watching you. The fog had been strangely thick that day, so he had not made as much headway as he wanted to, but figured the fog should lift by tomorrow a bit and that he would be able to make up for some lost time. The moon was full that night, which gave the mist around him an eerie glow. So he decided to just go lay down in his tent and try to shake off this feeling. The tent was made of a very thin, light material since he was hiking and had everything, all of his supplies on his back for the nearly 2 weeks during his expedition. So the cool light of the full moon was visible through his tent. But he really just could not shake the feeling of being watched. He had been solo hiking and camping for most of his life and had never once felt so uneasy falling asleep. Finally, he was able to drift off, but his sleep was fitful and he found himself awake again not long later. Unsure what had stirred him, he tried to listen. He thought maybe he heard a noise outside of the tent. No, it must be nothing, maybe a bit of wind. But then again, he thought he heard the crunching of gravel. When he rolled over to his other side, he saw a massive silhouette shadowed on his tent in the moonlight.
No, thank you.
He held his breath, afraid to alert the massive beast of his presence. It was hard to tell exactly the dimensions of the monster, but it looked to be at least 15 feet tall and covered in some sort of fur.
15 feet?
15 feet tall.
Holy shit.
It also appeared to be wearing some sort of clothing. The thing stood there for some time before bounding off suddenly. He did not sleep for the rest of the night.
Because at first I'm thinking, is this like a Bigfoot type of guy, especially if he's covered in fur?
Some people claim that this is like the the European Bigfoot.
But if he's 15 feet, that's way bigger than Bigfoot. Bigfoot's like 8 feet.
8 to 10 feet, yeah, I would say.
15 feet's huge.
There have been some reports saying that people thought that this creature was upwards of 20 feet.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And also, like, Bigfoot, he's usually in the nude. So,
yeah, this guy's wearing clothing. There's even been times where people have reported him wearing a top hat.
well, this is a whole different guy, I think.
I mean, maybe they're cousins.
They could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Distant cousins. Alexander Chunin, who was an explorer and well-regarded mountaineer, published a writing in 1958 about an experience that he had in 1943. He said, I spent a 10-day leave climbing alone in the Cairngorms, and one afternoon, just as I reached the summit of Ben Macdhu, mist swirled across the Lairg Gru and enveloped the mountain. The atmosphere became dark and oppressive. A fierce, bitter wind whisked among the boulders, and an odd sound echoed through the mist. A loud footstep. At least that's what it seemed. Then another, and another. And then a strange shape loomed up, receded, and came charging at me.
Mm-mm.
Without hesitation, I whipped out my revolver and fired 3 times at the figure. When it still came on, I turned and hared down the path, reaching Glenderry in time that I have never bettered. You may ask, was it really Fairleth Maho? Frankly, I think it was.
I do find it interesting that in my Bigfoot encounter story from last week,
Mm-hmm.
they kept firing 3 times specifically. Like every time they said it, they were like, we fired 3 shots. And then this guy fires 3 shots.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That
So-
might not mean anything, but it might.
Yeah. So this goes along with, in 1943, one of the reasons that he told this story that happened to him in 1958 is because obviously what was happening in the 1940s, World War II, and there were soldiers and fighter pilots and stuff who claimed to have seen something huge roaming the mountain.
And 20 feet is huge.
Is huge.
So
Yeah.
you're going to see that above the treetops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Bigfoot usually is like not, like he's like still in the trees. Like he's, you know, he's ducking behind trees and shit.
Yeah.
But 20 feet is, that's so crazy.
Massive.
Yeah, it's massive.
So one of the most common things that you'll see in stories about the big gray man is this feeling of like oppressiveness, like an oppressive mist, feeling choked, feeling like dread before the encounter. And that's what makes people so freaked out about hearing something as little as like crunching snow behind them.
Yeah.
But because this thing's supposed to be so friggin' giant, apparently one of the like calling cards of it, and that you know it's not just like another hiker somewhere else, is these are grown men and they'll be like, I am taking 1, 2, 3 crunches, right? Steps. And during that time, they'll take 1 step because the steps are so large.
Yes. Okay.
Versus like,
Uh-huh.
like if something was walking normally behind you.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah.
This is, I don't go into the woods though. So
It's not really woods. It's like, it's kind of like a, I don't know, it's like a big hill. I don't know how to
I also
describe
don't
it.
like hills.
She doesn't really like nature.
No.
Yeah. So some reports have said that the monster appears to be mostly gray, covered in fur, and wearing some sort of jacket or sleeved garment.
Like, yeah, like big, I'm sorry, a 20-foot tall, hairy creature. Where are you getting clothes that fit you, bro?
Like I said, there's also been reports that he was wearing a top hat.
Yeah, like these are big. He's shopping at the big and tall.
Oh yeah, he knows how to sew.
The bigger and taller.
He's out there with a sewing machine.
He has to be.
Yeah, he's embroidering. He's doing all sorts of stuff.
Wow. Do you think
he's just like me for real?
Do you think the back of his jacket says "Gray Man"?
Oh, like
Like a jersey?
like a jersey. I was gonna say like those like motorcycle clubs.
That too. Yeah.
Like he's got like his own like symbol
Yeah.
and stuff. I mean, that would be very Scottish of him to have like a coat of arms on the back.
That would be pretty cool.
And then it says like the Gray family
the
or
gray,
whatever.
Yeah, the Gray Man.
Gray is a cool last
Club.
name.
I think actually Gray is a cute first name.
I also think it's a cute first name for a
Yeah.
girl or a boy.
Or a boy.
Yeah, could go
Yeah.
either way. There was allegedly a little boy who lived near the peak. And he said one night he heard something come into his house, creep up his stairs, and then come into his bedroom.
Okay.
And it was a giant gray beast with the face of a fox, wearing a top hat and a coat.
The face of a fox?
Yes.
Okay.
That is the type.
Things are getting weird now.
Yeah, of course. He's a weird little guy. He's a weird giant guy. He's a weird big guy.
Wow, this is crazy.
And that he told his friends and family, like he had told this story for like 20 years and nobody ever believed him. And then he finally reads these reports of people, these hikers in the area talking about the gray man. And he's like, that must have been what came into my house that night.
I believe you.
I believe you. I'm right with it.
The face of a fox, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's giving, I know I keep talking about it, but it's giving a bad guy from The Magicians. Low key.
Cassidy will never stop talking about The Magicians.
Sorry, guys. I'm so annoying. And yeah, I cried when I found out it did not get renewed for a 6th season. Okay.
But no, that's a very interesting. Like, I'm having a hard time picturing this guy.
Yeah. This is a big guy.
It's a big guy.
Yeah.
And the face of the fox is throwing me.
Face of a fox, body of like a humanoid bear hybrid is what it seems like. Yeah. Bigfoot adjacent, but he's gray instead of brown, which makes sense because you'd be gray if you're like in a place where there's a bunch of boulders and snow versus a bunch of bark. You'd be brown.
And you're wearing a coat.
Because it's cold.
That says your last name on it.
Or your name. As your seal, your family seal, your crest on the back.
And a top hat for good measure.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah.
So all of the reports of this creature have been that it's absolutely huge, somewhere between 15 and 20 feet. But that is why a lot of people think that it is actually an optical illusion called the broken specter.
Okay.
Which we have talked about before.
We have, and we've actually gotten DMs from people asking us to talk more about this.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So this is basically an optical illusion that can happen when you're at certain heights in the atmosphere and you add the location of the sun and fog or mist. Basically, you can see a shadow of yourself, but much larger on the mist. So people have been like, oh, yeah, you clearly just saw your own shadow. Basically, it got scared and then ran away. We also talked about this when we discussed third man syndrome.
Yes.
That was one of the reasons it came up. Yeah. But this does not account for people who hear these huge footsteps following them. So some researchers believe it could just be from high altitude. Paranoia is one of the symptoms of altitude sickness. People could be imagining things or hallucinating things because of lack of oxygen or exhaustion from days and days and days of roaming the countryside. But like Amanda said, a lot of people do think this is like a distant cousin to Bigfoot. Once upon a time, a long time ago, I was a hoe. And I'm regretting it. Or whatever. Not regretting it. But we used to be one big Pangea. So people think this could have been side-by-side evolution. So similar evolution, but in different environments to create these types of beasts.
Okay, so broken spectrum, what is it?
Specter.
Broken specter syndrome.
It's like a phenomenon. It's not
phenomenon.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know what I mean? Is when you see your own shadow and think it's bigger, or it could be anything. You see anything and it appears bigger.
I mean, it could be anybody's or whatever, because it's basically just an optical illusion where your own shadow or like somebody you're with or whatever gets cast onto mist or fog.
Okay.
And it makes it look larger, like when you stand in the sun's really low and you're walking home and your shadow is like 20 feet long. It's like that basically, but it gets projected onto like mist or clouds or fog.
Which I guess the mist or the fog aspect can create an illusion of fur, perhaps. I don't know. But like, I just feel like all the things are so specific. Like, where's the top hat coming from? Where's the jacket coming from? Like, this is so specific.
Yeah. Well, and also, like I said, it doesn't account for people hearing the crunching.
Yeah.
And then it also think about people who are laying down in their tents and they're camping alone and they see the outline. That was one story I told. There are multiple like that.
I'm just like, can you imagine being up in this mountain or whatever, and let's say you have altitude sickness, right? And then it makes you hallucinate this giant 15-foot creature wearing clothes and a top hat.
Yeah.
And he's like, hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. I'm like, I would really lose my mind. I would jump off the cliff or whatever the fuck I was at.
Well, and I think that's another interesting part about this is that when the story went mainstream when our boy, Dr. Colley, told his story in 1925, there was all these people being like, oh my gosh, I saw this in 1875. I saw this in 1890, right? Like all these
Yeah.
people came forward with stories that they were like, because there was no like consolidation about this like myth or legend. So everyone was just kind of like gaslighting themselves like, oh, that didn't happen.
Right.
Obviously, there's people who think that it could be some sort of like ghost or protective spirit for the area. But there has been like research into like the folklore specifically in this area, and there doesn't seem to be anything specifically that like points towards that. And then there have been people who have encountered most people who encounter the big gray man say that they have an overwhelming feeling of dread or like suffocation or like, you know, like oppressiveness. But there have been people who have encountered him who have said that they've felt peace.
Oh.
And so that has led some to believe that it could be this specific type of Buddhist mountain spirit that is meant to achieve enlightenment for others. So they're like, hey, when the wrong people encounter it, it's not right. But when the right people encounter it, it's like achieving enlightenment for them.
I mean, he never hurts anybody.
Or at least nobody's lived to tell the tale.
Oh shit.
That's the problem.
That's so true. I didn't even think about that part.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to think that he didn't hurt anybody.
Me too. He seems like a nice, gentle giant.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just socially awkward.
I mean, yeah, like his jacket's probably a little too small for him.
Girl, been there.
You know?
Same. Been there.
He's like Tommy Boy, fat guy
in a little coat. Yep, you get it.
I do. I don't know. I like to think that I don't think he is a Bigfoot because Bigfoot kind of does different things, I feel like. So I don't think that's quite what he is. And if that little boy did happen to see that same creature in his home, it's giving more spirit or entity to me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Even
Yeah,
though
I get
Bigfoot
that.
can technically be an entity, a lot of people think that too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it might just be its own creature in this region.
We love a creature.
Yeah. Like, why
We
not?
love a guy.
We love a guy, big or small. We love you.
As long as you're weird, we're into it.
As long as you're weird, as long as you're wearing a top hat, we get behind it.
Get some headwear. We're into it.
No,
Yeah.
I love him. I think he's phenomenal.
Yeah, I this is one I'd never heard of before until I was kind of bopping around the internet and was like, "Ooh, that's fun."
Yeah, that is fun.
So that is the story of the big gray man of Scotland.
Do you remember when the images of that like giant on the hill were circulating and like viral?
Yes.
Could that have been like a broken specter?
That was one of the things that people
Yeah.
thought that it was. Yeah.
Because I just remember like those videos were crazy.
Yeah.
And and now it like once you said broken specter and kind of explained what it was, I was like, I wonder if that giant video
Absolutely could have. That was one of the main. That was
Yeah.
like one of the main.
because it literally looked like a giant on a hill. Maybe it was the big gray man.
He's taking vacation.
We
Good for him,
he deserves it.
as he should.
Yeah. Alrighty then. So today I am gonna talk about the devil, as one does.
Okay, like in general.
No, we're gonna talk about an exorcism.
Oh, okay.
But just the
Just
devil.
Be prepared for the devil.
Be prepared.
Okay.
I don't want it to be a jump scare for you.
No devil jump scare. Well, that's
Yeah.
very polite of you.
Like I
Thank
want you to know he's coming.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna talk about the exorcisms of Nicola Aubrey.
Okay.
My sources today were a book that I listened to in the audiobook of last night when I was in the tub,
Proud of you.
and it scared me real bad
It
because
scared me.
it was about the devil. But this was called The Triumph of the Blessed Sacrament by Reverend Michael Muller. Unam Sanctum Catholicam.com, Our Lady of the Rosary Library website, Grockypedia, and Occult World by Lux Fair. So Nicola Aubrey, or Aubrey, depending on who you ask, was born in 1549.
That's too long ago.
That's very long.
We got to cut that out.
Very long time ago, in the French town of Vervins. So her family was extremely Catholic, and she was married at the totally appropriate age of 16. Because in 1549, baby, that's what you do.
Hopefully it was at least to another 16-year-old.
They don't say.
Okay.
They really rarely even talk about who he is at all.
Okay.
So what had happened was when she's 16, after she got married, and this is November 1565, and it is the day of the Feast of All Souls, which is a day where people pray to their loved ones that like recently departed, that are in purgatory, and they pray to them to help them move on up to heaven.
Get to heaven.
Yeah, they're like,
gotta get your points.
Got to get you out of purgatory, got to get you up to the big guy upstairs. So on this day, Nicola, she goes to visit her grandfather's grave, who had died 2 years before. When she gets there, she kneels down and she starts to pray. All of a sudden, she looks up, because I'm assuming she hears crunching on the ground, and she's like, is that the big gray man? No, it's not.
Worse.
It's
the
worse.
devil.
Well, it's actually, no, it's not. It's allegedly her grandfather. So she sees a man, and he is dressed in a long white shroud, and it's covering his face. And the man says, I am your grandfather.
Okay.
Without skipping a beat, Nicola jumps up and she runs all the way home, and then she hides in the corner of her room, and she's like shaking and freaking out.
Damn, bitch. Okay.
She's like, I don't know if you're my grandfather, but I'm not going to stand here
fair.
to wait and find
I just
out.
feel like I would have tried to find
Well, I know you would have found out, but she's 16. So her parents just assume like she's feeling kind of sick. So they give her some medicine. And obviously, like the medicine's not working because she's not really sick. She literally was just visited by the spirit of her grandfather, and she's freaking out about that. So obviously, medicine's not going to work. So a week after this initial visitation, the spirit of this same man appears to her again. But this time, he's not in like a shroud or anything. There's nothing covering his face. And Nicola can clearly see that this man is, in fact, her grandfather. The man spoke, "Fear not, I am your grandfather." I'm like, okay, who are you trying to convince here, bro?
Well, fear not is also the way that that angels talk to people that they approach in the Bible. So I wonder if that's part of it.
Oh,
Do not be afraid.
Okay, so
Fear not. Do not be afraid, for I'm an angel of the Lord, and I'm here to help you.
Okay, that's really interesting. Hold that.
Okay. Put a pin in that.
Keep that.
Okay.
We'll bring that up later, because I clearly am not very good with religious text.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. Okay. So this time, Nicola, she doesn't run away, but she does faint. And she faints to the point where she's like almost gonna die.
Geez, dramatic.
Yeah, I know. Like, girl, grow up. But when she's unconscious, the spirit seems to be able to still communicate with her. So her grandfather is like, listen, I've been sitting here in purgatory for the last 2 years, and I've been suffering because when I was alive, I vowed to take a bunch of these like pilgrimages, which is like a trip you take to go to a holy site or a sacred site to make amends for sins you've done in your life. So he's like, I vowed to do these trips, and then I died without completing all these trips that I said I was going to do. So now I'm stuck here in purgatory.
So you got to do the trips.
So he's like, you, my dear granddaughter, you must help me figure this shit out so I can go up to heaven.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, okay, you have to get your husband and your uncles to go and make these pilgrimages for me.
Okay.
Not her. I don't know if he's a misogynist. I don't know. But
yeah, it is 1562 or whatever.
So he's like, you're not going to do it, but your husband and your uncles have to. And then he's like, oh, but you do have to go to like get the church to do a bunch of like masses to honor my soul. Like these are the only ways that I'm going to get up to heaven.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, he's kind of bossy. I'm going to be honest
and also
with you.
like you must have really fucked up to need this much aftercare, brother.
Honestly, yeah. Like why are you promising that you're going to do all of these pilgrimages?
Yeah, maybe keep it to yourself.
If you're old.
If you know you can't do it.
Yeah, like you never know, especially in 1549. They didn't even live that long.
Yeah, I was going to say he probably was a grandpa at 47.
That's so true. When Nicola came to, she runs home and she tells her family, about her grandfather coming to her. And she's like, okay, you guys have to go and you have to make these pilgrimages for him so he can go to heaven. But she only tells him about the 3 places in France that the grandfather had said that they have to go to for these pilgrimages.
Okay.
But she skips the one where he said they have to go to this place in Spain. So she just like doesn't even say that part.
Okay.
Which that's going to be her bad.
Okay.
Later on. So the family's kind of thinking at this point, Nicola is going through
Yeah,
something.
she's crazy town.
She's getting a little wild with it. And then she's kind of like, ever since she fainted and saw her grandfather and stuff, she is very weak. She's kind of a little sick. But regardless, her husband and her two uncles, they go out on these pilgrimages, and allegedly Nicola was there with them in spirit. So I don't know if like that part was drawing from her, like was making her weak because she was like there in spirit with them while they were on this
Okay.
journey. You have to be with me here, okay?
I know, I'm here.
So as they're on this journey, she's telling the rest of her family, she's literally giving them a play-by-play of what is happening each day
Okay.
that they're on this journey. And when the men come back on November 9th, every single thing Nicola had said to her family lined up exactly what they had done.
Okay, so she really was there in spirit.
Allegedly, yeah.
Okay.
So people were like, damn, maybe she really did get visited by her grandfather and has like all of a sudden supernatural powers.
I mean, the
like,
fact that they even did it, that's pretty cool of them.
they believed her.
Yeah, like it's pretty cool.
But also, they weren't that far away. They were like, okay, they're only in France. Like, we can make this a day trip. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So then the church ends up holding a requiem mass for the grandfather's soul, which Nicola actually had stayed behind that day. She didn't go and attend this mass because she was really sick. She was really weak.
I feel like you go.
I feel like she should have, but once
I don't mean to
again,
victim blame, but
Nicola, you should have gone.
You
What
should
are
have gone, girl.
doing? But when everyone came back from this mass, Nicola wasn't in her bed where they had left her. So everyone's freaking out. They're looking everywhere for her. And eventually they find her crouched underneath the bed with her hands clenched together, convulsing.
That's not good.
It's definitely not.
You don't like to see that.
No. And then another day, while Nicola was getting ready, like she was getting dressed and getting ready to head to church, an invisible hand threw her to the ground and dragged her back underneath the bed.
Yeah. That's literally everyone's worst nightmare, to get dragged under your bed.
Literally, have you ever seen that Disney Channel original movie?
Yeah.
So at this point, Nicola is obviously very scared of what's going on. And her mother's like, why don't you just ask the spirit what it wants from you? Like, whatever this spirit is trying to get out of you, we'll literally do anything as long as it's going to bring you relief. Like, we just care about you and we want to make sure that you're okay. So basically, what was happening was that Nicola's grandfather was torturing and attacking her because she hadn't told anyone about going to Spain, which was like an essential part of what they needed to do for the pilgrimages.
Girl, you're just like me. I also want to go to Spain so bad.
Well, she didn't want anyone to go.
I know. I'm like, I would torture somebody who was keeping my spirit from Spain.
Oh, you mean that you're like the grandfather?
The grandfather.
So she's like, well, yeah, I didn't say anything about Spain because I didn't want to inconvenience my husband and my uncles through the trouble of having to go to Spain because literally it's the 1500s.
Yeah.
So it's like kind of hard to get there.
They just invented the wheel like 3 days ago.
Literally. So she's like, I didn't want to inconvenience anyone. And it's like a hard trek to get there. So I just figured like it would be fine.
Yeah, if we did all the other stuff, like maybe we just miss one.
Yeah.
Like that's still like that's a solid like B+.
Exactly. But then she's like, but grandfather said that he'll keep torturing me and then he'll make me deaf, blind, and dumb if they don't go to Spain.
Damn. Okay, bitch.
Which those are her words, not mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Problematic grandpa.
Yeah. So at the time, her parents and her husband and pretty much everyone in her life obviously is like, okay, she's losing her mind just a little, but they're kind of playing along. They're still trying to do like what she asks them to do because they're just trying to help her in any way they can. So her husband and her uncles, they show up to her room and they're dressed up like they're going to go on this journey to Spain. They're like, we're ready. We're going. Goodbye. But this was all a lie. They were just pretending to go to make her feel better and to appease her.
Yeah, thinking if she's just crazy, if she thinks that they went, that'll be good enough.
Exactly.
Okay.
An hour after the men leave to go on the fake pilgrimage, Nicola cries out, "Oh, father, oh, mother, have you no pity on me?" See, my grandfather says he will torture me and wrench all of my limbs because the pilgrimage is not made.
So she knows right away.
Yeah. And the mom is like, what are you talking about? You literally saw them leave to go on this journey. And Nicola screams, no, they have not yet left the city. Louis is in his father's house sitting near the fire, and my uncles are at work.
Damn. She said, I have their location, actually.
Literally, I have Apple Find My Friends. Okay.
Yeah, I'm on Find My Friends right now.
Yeah.
I'm on Find My Demons right now.
Find My Demons. And the mom is like, okay, how did you know that information? That's crazy. So immediately the parents call in the big guns and they call a priest. When the priest shows up, he's pretty much like, okay, yeah, we're gonna have to do an exorcism on Nicola to figure out like if this spirit that she's been communicating with is from God or if it's one of the devil.
Yeah,
like
see,
that's
yeah.
that's the first information we need to find out.
I think that that's fair.
Father F. Lord Tichet, he shows up to Nicola's house and she's laying down with all her family members standing around her. And he's like, who art thou? I command thee in the name of God. And Nicola's mouth opens very slightly, and a deep, hollow voice says, I am from God. I am from the Blessed Virgin and all the saints of heaven. I am the soul of Joaquin Villot.
That's her grandpa?
That's her grandfather. Okay. So the priest and the spirit, they end up having a conversation about how these pilgrimages need to be made so he can go to heaven. Like they're literally talking and the priest is like, are you sure this is like really necessary for them to do all these things? And the grandfather's like, no, like you literally have to do all this or I'm not going to get up there.
Yeah, bro, I'm fucking stuck in purgatory.
Like this is a serious,
let's wrap it up here.
Serious thing. In the process of talking to the grandfather's spirit, the priest starts noticing that the spirit is making a lot of very strange demands, you know, for all these people to do these things for him. So he's kind of like, okay, this is kind of weird. Are you actually Joaquin Villot? And the spirit's like, yes, hello, it's me. I am the good angel of the deceased. And this is where the angel thing comes in.
Okay.
So he keeps calling himself an angel. He's like, I am an angel. I am the angel of her grandfather. And the priest is like, I mean, I don't know. Like, good angels don't normally possess humans and torture children. Like, This is a little suspicious to me that you're calling yourself an angel.
Yeah.
This is kind of crazy. So now the priests, and there's multiple priests at this point, they have been dealing with Nicola and the spirit, and they end up turning to another priest, and his name is Father Demota. And they're like, hey, we need you to exorcise the spirit because you are kind of like the best of the best. Father Demota, he shows up to Nicola's house on November 26th. And upon his arrival, the spirit immediately starts tormenting Nicola.
Okay.
It took 6 huge men to hold her down.
Damn.
And Demota begins with, I command thee in the name of the living God to tell who thou art. Because at this point, they're like,
this is not grandpa.
No one really thinks this is grandpa.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, this is something way more sinister than grandpa. But the spirit's like, it's me. I'm the good angel, Joaquin Villot. Like, what are you not seeing about this? And Demota's like, no, you're not. I know you're not. Like, you're a fucking liar. So the two of them argue back and forth for a while until Nicola once again faints. So we still don't have any confirmation that this is her grandfather, but everyone is pretty convinced that it is not at this point.
Yeah.
A few days later, someone sneaks into Nicola's room while she's sleeping and sprinkles holy water all over her bed. And immediately she jerks up, sits up straight. She starts doing the sign of the cross 1,000 times across her body. She starts reciting prayers, and then she puts a rosary around her neck, which, like, if this is actually the devil, that would burn him or whatever.
You think he wouldn't be down with that.
Yeah, he's not okay with that.
Yeah.
He's like, do not do any of these things. But she's doing it willy-nilly, so they're like, okay, maybe this is not the devil. Like, I don't know, this is really weird.
But the holy water fucked her up for some reason.
Well, the holy water made her wake up, but then she starts doing the sign of the cross and the rosary and everything, and nothing's upsetting her.
I mean, but as we know,
What do we know?
In the Bible. I mean, demons and the devil knows the Bible like the back of his hand. He knows every word of God.
He does.
And he recites
does.
it.
No, he does.
Yeah.
He knows a lot of it.
He knows it better than Amanda.
For sure. Yeah. I would say anyone does, probably. So on November 30th, Nicola was in her grandfather's garden when a black figure, or in the book, it says in parentheses, a goblin,
Ooh, nice.
appears in front of her. Aha, the figure says. Look at me. Am I not a nice grandfather? Then the figure grabs her, and I assume he throws her over his shoulder and he runs away with her.
Wow, okay. Twist.
I know. When the parents realize that she's not in the back garden anymore and she's gone missing yet again, they look everywhere for her. And after much time searching, they find her behind a door that was bolted from the inside, and she's cowering in the corner of the room.
So she bolted it herself. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay.
And this disappearing and reappearing act kind of like continues to happen as the year goes on. And then people also start seeing her having conversations with the spirit while she's unconscious.
Oh, that's not
So there's
good.
like a lot going on here.
Yeah.
Finally, after a month since this like first began, we're in December now, and people around her, they're pretty convinced, like I said, that this is not her grandfather and we're working with something evil here.
Yeah.
So anytime Nicola would ask her husband to do anything for her, he was basically on guard. So he's like, I'm not going to let her out of my eyesight because I know that the devil is a sneaky little bastard.
Mm-hmm.
So can't let her out of my eyesight. And every single time he turns around for 2 seconds, that bitch would disappear and then like end up somewhere else that he's like, how did you even get here?
Yeah.
On one occasion, Nicola asked her husband to get her a drink, and he comes back with like a big glass of wine for her that he had secretly poured holy water in.
Oh, okay.
And the second she raised the glass to her lips, she started violently convulsing. So she's like, I fucking know you are trying to do some shit to me. On December 3rd, Father DiMota, he was carrying out the very first public exorcism of Nicola.
Okay.
So this was done in the church in front of a bunch of Protestants and Catholics. And during this exorcism, this is like the first time we actually get confirmation that this was never her grandfather, and we have been talking to the devil.
Straight up, Lucifer himself?
Oh, you'll see.
Okay.
As Father DiMota begins, Nicola's mouth opens, and the voice cries out, Ho, ho, are you going to baptize me? Go on. All your exorcisms will not drive me out of this creature.
He likes where he's at.
He's comfortable.
Yeah.
He made a cozy little space for
He's
himself.
a little comfy guy.
Yeah. Father DiMota continues on, and Nicola's body begins to twist around like a serpent while her bones are cracking.
Ugh, gross.
And everyone is just watching in horror as this is happening. And then a large stone falls from the ceiling right on top of a woman's head that was just sitting in the audience. And the devil starts cracking up.
Catching strays.
Literally. And the devil starts cracking up and he's like, yeah, I did that.
The way I also started cracking up, that's probably not a good sign. It's probably not my best work.
When Cassie just started cracking up and you guys heard her laughing like that, that's basically what the devil just did.
Just imagine me as the devil.
She thought it was the funniest thing ever that this woman got pummeled with a falling stone.
It's a little funny. I don't know what to tell you.
Then the devil, he starts speaking to the Protestants in the audience. And he starts saying things like, you are my friends, you are my children, you are my faithful servants. And then he starts making fun of them for breaking the oath that they made to never enter a Catholic church. And they're like,
I was going to say the fact that they even got the Protestants and the Catholics together for this is very shocking.
Well, they're like, we got to see this exorcism.
We fought wars about
this. We got to
this.
see this exorcism. You know what I mean? But he basically is telling them like, oh, no. Protestants, you are one of me. Like, you're my people.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what the Catholics believe. That's why there were holy wars about this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Father DiMota, He then asked the devil why he was ordering everyone to hold masses and to say prayers and to go on these pilgrimages if he's not actually the grandfather and he's actually just the devil.
I was wondering that also.
And the devil's like, well, because I knew that if I told Nicola to kill her parents or commit some like insane crime, that she wasn't going to do it. And then I was going to be found out immediately and you guys were going to know it was me. Like I was trying to hold it in
Yeah.
as much as possible. So I had to pretend.
Yeah. I'm being a little trickster.
Yeah, he was like, I was being an actor.
Mm-hmm. I kind of love him. I don't know.
I had a
I'm
feeling-
low-key on his
I had a
side.
feeling you would.
I'm low-key on his side. I don't know. Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste.
He does have taste, kind of.
Been around for a long, long time.
So after all these exorcisms are happening, the only time they will end, and the devil kind of like leaves Nicola's body for a little bit, is after they give her the Eucharist, which is the body and blood of Christ.
Yeah.
But it never drives the devil fully out of her. Like he always comes back, but he kind of just like leaves for a bit.
Got it.
And that's when they stop those exorcisms for the day.
Got it. Okay.
So during like the fourth or fifth one, the priest is screaming at the devil to say his name. He's like, tell me who you are. Tell me exactly who you are. And who do you think it is?
Beelzebub. Was I right?
Oh, yeah, baby girl.
I knew the second you got too excited about it because that's Amanda's favorite.
That's my man.
Beelzebub.
The devil says, I am Beelzebub.
Do your Beelzebub voice.
Beelzebub.
There you go. That's more like it, gal.
That's right. Also, keep in mind, like, my husband's out of town this weekend at your husband's bachelor party.
You're scaring the shit out of yourself.
And I'm listening to this audiobook and the guy's doing the voices and I was literally so scared.
You know some shit's going to happen in your apartment.
It didn't last night. I was surprised.
I know, but because we're talking about this and we keep saying his name, Beelzebub, Beelzebub, Beelzebub. Uh-oh, I Beelzebub.
Why did you do that? You did that on purpose. I'm sleeping at your house tonight.
You and Sydney can share the couch.
That was fucked up, actually, what you just did.
Fine, you can sleep in the bed with us.
So when the priest asks why he possessed Nicola's body, like over anyone else's, he starts to tell a story of 4 years prior when Nicola and her little sister Isabel were taking a walk together. And Isabel, she had lost her rosary that her mother had given her that she was wearing. So when they get home, the mother sees that the rosary is missing and in a fit of rage curses Nicola and says, may the devil take you. If you had just stayed at home, the rosary would not have been lost.
Whoa, may the devil take you. Okay. And he said, bet.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, bet.
So Beelzebub's like, yeah, so basically ever since that moment, I've pretty much had power over Nicola because her mom like gave her to me.
It's fair, I guess.
But then he says, I wasn't able to gain full access to Nicola until her husband.
Oh boy, what
did
this guy do?
He got mad at her one day and he cursed her and said that he wished the devil would take her. Which I'm like, why is that what we're saying to people?
You need new friends.
Like, what? Just call me a bitch and get over it. Like, why are you telling me tell the devil to take me? I don't understand. Yeah. So nothing was really helping the situation and things just kept getting worse. Another one of Nicola's little sisters, Marie, saw Nicola fly across the room one day.
Okay.
Flies start popping up in Nicola's room.
Classic exorcist stuff.
Which, if you guys don't know, Beelzebub just happens to be the god of flies. So he's making those bitches pop up everywhere.
Absolutely. As he should.
He deserves it. And instead of casting out Beelzebub after like the 7th exorcism or so, Beelzebub is like, you guys are so fucking dumb. Like there's so many of us here. So I don't know what you think you're going to do.
Are they legion?
There's 20 of them.
Yeah, remember in the Exorcism of Emily Rose, like the real story? We are legion.
Yeah.
There's many of us.
Yes. Yeah. It's like that, kind of. I don't know why I said kind of. It's exactly like that. And by the time that this whole ordeal ends, there's 30 demons inside of Nicola.
They're having a fucking block party in there.
And 2 of those demons were Cerberus and Astaroth.
Beelzebub.
and Beelzebub.
Oh my gosh, it's all coming full circle.
Yeah. And those are those were obviously like
Those are the big boys.
those were the big three that were inside of her, you know?
Fuck a big three. It's just big me.
Like everyone has to have, you know, a trio.
Yeah,
That was the trio.
we love to see it.
So the priests were able to expel most of the demons out during all of these exorcisms. There was a lot, obviously, except for Beelzebub and his two main bitches. They took a lot longer to get rid of. They were hardcore. Now, here is where the controversy of this story comes into play.
Okay.
So Beelzebub, he's kind of like, yeah, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, I'm kind of ready to get the fuck out of here.
I'm bored. You guys
Like,
are boring me.
I really don't want to be in here anymore. But the problem is that I need you to get more people in here during these exorcisms because I need more people to witness this. And I need them all to see that what we're doing right here is a testament to the true faith of Catholicism.
Okay.
So a lot of people that hear about the story of Nicola Aubrey, they tend to think that this entire thing was a ploy and a hoax done by the Catholic Church to get the Protestants to convert to Catholicism.
Yeah, it's like that one that I talked about with all the nuns.
yes.
Yeah.
Because literally the only time that the demons would like quote unquote go away was when they gave Nicola the Eucharist.
Okay.
So they're like, look, if you take the body and blood of Christ, the demons somehow go away for a little
away.
bit. That's
Yeah.
so crazy. You better become a Catholic if you don't want this to happen to
Yeah,
you.
unless you want to be possessed.
Yeah.
And they're like, she's mentally ill enough. We'll just throw her under the bus.
Yeah, it's that's kind of something that people do say. That's a theory. Although during the exorcisms, Beelzebub would often say things to members of the audience that were very personal. They would know their names. They would know like specific sins that they committed, that Nicola nor anyone else would ever know.
Yeah.
Like the answer to.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, all the things that allegedly like had taken place at home in front of the husband or in front of the kids, like why would I feel like it would be unrealistic for every single one of these people, including a 3-year-old
To all be
boy
lying.
and a 10-year-old
Yeah.
girl and a 12-year-old girl to all lie and like be so willing to just continue the lie.
Yeah. I can
Like that
yeah.
to me seems a little bizarre.
I get what you're saying. Yes.
Like,
absolutely.
oh, I saw my sister fly across the room.
Yeah.
Like a 10-year-old said that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. But after a year of these exorcisms taking place in 1566, they were able to officially cast out all of the demons, including Mr. Beelzebub himself.
Wow.
Even though he kind of did say, like, I'm
bored.
I'm trying to dip out of here anyway. So I have like other people to possess.
He's like, Loki, she's kind of boring.
Yeah, like I have people to possess and things to do. You know what I mean?
He's like, you guys don't even know about this yet, but there's going to be this guy, Elon Musk.
So many years later.
And I'm going to do some shit
I'm
with that
gonna
one.
fuck some shit
Yeah.
up. Yeah. But after all was said and done, after dealing with contorting her body, throwing up black liquids, at one point her face was so contorted in like a horrifying way that the way that the book made it seem was very much like Reagan from The Exorcist. Like she just did not look like herself
like
at all.
Fucked up, pockmarked, and all that.
Yeah. But after the whole year and all the exorcisms and after Beelzebub was gone, she was completely cured and back to normal.
Good for her.
Most of these exorcisms, they all happened publicly throughout that 1 year. 150,000 people had come and witnessed these exorcisms.
Jeez Louise.
Which is crazy.
That's what happens when you don't have TV.
Literally, like we say it all the time. What else are you gonna do? You know what I mean? And also to me, I'm like, okay, if this was a hoax, can't forget the stone falling from the ceiling and hitting the lady in the head, and then Beelzebub laughing, going, ha ha ha, that was me. Like, I just don't know. I don't see a world where they could make all this stuff happen. I don't know. That's just how I feel. So anyway, there is so much more to this story. If you are interested in the nitty-gritty details,
read the book.
Read the book. At one point, Nicola gets arrested. A bunch of Calvinists try to poison her and kill her. She almost gets choked to death with a pillow from a imaginary person. So there's a lot more to this, but
Love it.
obviously I had to condense it. But that is the exorcisms of Nicola Aubrey or the possible ploy from the Catholic Church to convert a bunch of Protestants.
Listen, I'm always down to think the Catholic Church is doing some weird fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know if you guys know this. They've been caught doing some weird fucked up shit.
They have. I mean, maybe a little bit of both.
As much as I love the Pope being from Illinois, it's very,
You do love that Chicago Pope.
I love the Chicago Pope probably more than I should.
You do.
As a non-religious person myself. But yeah, wow, very interesting story.
Crazy, right?
Very crazy. I love a little was it an exorcism or was it a conspiracy? We don't
know. But I do like to think that my guy Beelzebub was just having a little fun.
Straight chilling.
He was like, I'm just having a little fun. I can leave whenever the fuck I want.
I'm just popping in.
I'm just here
to remind you guys.
And at one point he even obviously, like I said, the book has so much more information and conversations with the devil that I couldn't get into. But at one point he's like, you are so stupid, to the priest. He's like, I literally helped write this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. He says that. He's like, he's like, you think that I wasn't involved in this? I know everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I gotta stand.
He's a fallen angel.
Yeah.
Allegedly. I'm not trying to get sued by Beelzebub. Well, how about we finish this out with a listener story?
Let's do it.
All right. So this is from Jess.
Hi, Jess.
And Jess says, hey, ladies. My name is Jess.
Hi, Jess.
From Saskatchewan, Canada.
Ooh.
Good luck pronouncing that. I pronounced it like a G.
I feel like that's pretty good.
I know Saskatchewan. Well, that's a place that like I know people from Saskatchewan. Oh, fuck.
You fucked it up.
Nah, I did. I'm also a 92 baby, so I appreciate hearing from ladies my age. I have been listening to your podcast for the past month or so, probably. I binge when I'm at work, and I just started episode 200 today.
Ooh.
You're getting close. I wanted to kind of give my correlation of pregnancy dreams and sleep paralysis. So 10 out of 10, do not recommend, scared the crap out of me. A little backstory of my sleep paralysis. It started when I moved into a basement suite that my family had owned for over 50 years. I have lived in this house multiple times over in my life, and my grandfather was renting it to me and my now husband. When we first started dating, the basement suite the entire house was haunted. And this is where I experienced my first sleep paralysis. I would experience the typical hag on your chest. There was another one
the typical hag on your chest.
Well, yeah, that's like the low, right? The one that people always,
No, I know. Just the way that they said it was
very
funny.
casual. There was another one that I experienced where I thought somebody was breaking into the house and I couldn't move. And then I woke up and told my husband that somebody was in the house. And he was like, there's nobody there. That one sucked. That's one that I get all the time. Is that that there's somebody in my apartment and I can't move. Or I can't yell. Yeah.
Don't love that.
Then the last one that I had in the basement suite, I was experiencing some weird sleep paralysis and I thought something was in the house moving around and it wasn't my husband. And then I woke up and there was the top of a burger bun, no bottom, sitting on the floor in our kitchen. We didn't even have any buns in the house, so that was really freaky. Ooh, that is freaky.
What?
Just the top of a burger bun in the middle of her kitchen, and they didn't even have any burger buns in the house.
Oh, no.
No.
Beelzebub.
He's coming for you.
Oh, no.
When I got pregnant, we moved into a small house. It was a very old house, but we didn't experience anything. I was probably 8 months pregnant and sleeping all of the time because that shit is tiring. And I fell asleep for a nap. And in my nap, I was having sleep paralysis. I thought that I could see the baby moving in my stomach. And at first it was all fine. Whatever. You always see your baby moving around a little bit. It's gross, but normal. Then I could see his hands and then a foot. And then all of a sudden his foot came all the way out of my stomach with my skin wrapped around it.
No.
It was disgusting. And I was freaking out in my sleep paralysis state. And then all of a sudden in my state, I had a seizure as a reaction to this.
Oh my God.
When I woke up eventually, I was okay. But so fuck those pregnancy dreams. They really can affect your sleep paralysis. My boy is 8 now and getting into wanting scary movies, and I consider myself 50% Amanda and 50% Cassidy. My ADHD Cassidy side loves hearing scary stories and podcasts. When it comes to scary movies, though, my rule is not in my house because that's an invitation that we do not want to open up. So, Amanda, I feel you when you nope right the fuck out.
Well, sorry that you just listened to me talk about the devil
I literally
for 30 minutes.
I've always been a baby with scary shows, but real life stuff is less scary. I don't know why. Really, I think Sinister ruined me for any other movies.
So good.
That movie is so scary. I love that
So
movie.
good.
I have so many other spooky stories and UFO sightings, so maybe I'll bring that one up sometime soon. I'll be joining the cool kid club once I'm caught up. So keep your mind open, doors locked, and stay the fuck out of my house. That was good.
That was
Yes, of course we want the UFO stories. Hello, Jess.
Hello, Jess. Do you know
Extra.
extra? I need the UFO stories.
I need them.
Stat.
Thank you so much for sharing that. If you have a story you would like to share with us, you can do that at dtkpod.com/contact, or you can send it directly on Patreon or to our email, which is drinkthekoolaidpod@gmail.com. Thank you guys so much for listening. We hope you have a wonderful week. And don't forget to keep that front door locked.
And don't forget to keep that mind open.
And keep drinking the Kool-Aid.